Hello, my name is Shreyash, and today we'll be looking at our Lab 2 data exploration. So I'm here along with my team members Vedamita and Kritika. So at first we decided that we will be exploring the chatbot options in the entertainment domain, and we also had an interesting idea with travel challenge chatbot, and we also went through uh, brainstorming of hotel chatbot. So the main idea behind selecting the entertainment chatbot was that it would be offering a personalized recommendation for movies, books, and games, and they would be like a source of enjoyment for people. And it will actually enhance the interactivity of people with what they are watching. So we thought of integrating Twitter API to get reviews of all movies and shows which are hosting on the platforms like Netflix. So for that, we thought of using the data set which had attributes like the title, language, popularity, vote, and the release date. And to make it a custom chatbot, we thought of implementing a Twitter API which would act as a real-time data set which would help us to give the real-time opinions of people or the reviews of any shows, movies, or games that are happening on the platform. But the one domain that catched our eyes was the travel challenge chatbot. So the idea behind this chatbot was that it can help people with similar interests that they can hang out and complete challenges together to build a unique community for travelers. So people will uh, chat with our chatbot to get the challenging suggestions. So the chatbot will request trending topics from Twitter API, and then the chatbot will suggest some themed restaurants, parks, museums, national parks, which we specifically mention in this project. So, for example, if a blue moon is trending on Twitter, so we would ask our chatbot, people would ask our chatbot that give us a challenge. And our chatbot will see that blue moon is trending on Twitter. So it will respond here as it is shown in my screen that this will be a 1 day itinerary challenge. You should be going to Griffith Observatory in the morning, have a lunch at farmers market at the Grove, and in the afternoon you can visit a moon themed art exhibit at Gator Center or watch the sunset at Santa Monica, and then you can have dinner at rooftop with a nice beautiful view, and you can also have a walk at Malibu Pier and stargazing for the blue moon. So after that, we also thought of adding a Google API for getting the routes and optimal directions and places with reviews. So this would add another layer of personalization to our chatbot, and our chatbot can use the custom dataset from the Google API as well as Twitter API. So this from here, people can share their adventures and their challenges to the people, their friends and their families to enjoy the same experience as they did. So our task was to get the data set, and the first way that we got the data set was through the National Park Service API. So if I would show you, this was the code that I have written. I have used my API key, and then I have used request library to get the data from that API key. And if you could say, I'm just getting the name of national park, their address, and from the address attribute, I'm going to get city. If they don't have city attribute, then by default, I'm going to add NA. So from here, I'm also going to get the activities that are happening in that national park, and I'm just going to count the number of activities. And the most important part is the weather information. Since this is a real-time chatbot, we want that the chatbot should use the knowledge that how the weather is in that particular national park, and from that knowledge, he would tell the user whether they should go there or not, or whether it should add into their itinerary or not. So after that, I had saved the data into the national park.csv. The CSV file looks like this. So if I would like open this in Excel, you could see we have the park name, the national parks available, we have the city names, and we have the total number of activities that are happening, and also the weather information. So this will help our chatbot to get a customized data set and will give a suggestion to the user based on the real-time data. So after this, I performed some data exploration by using pandas libraries to find whether there are any missing values in that, or just to show how the data looks like. So, so I have used libraries like Requests, Pandas, Beautiful Soup, PDF Tumbler, and Pythasarai to interact with the custom data set that we will be using for our chatbot. So from here, as you can see, we have used this code to get the uh, data from the NPS API. This was the data set that I've shown on the Excel. And from here, we use data exploration to show the first few records and the shape of the data set and if there are any missing values. And this was the output in the terminal. You could see the park name, city, total activities, and the weather information. There were not any missing data from any column because the API was integrated very perfectly by NPS. There are not any missing values from the city or the weather information. So from there, I have also extended some visualization from the data set that we have collected. And you could see here, this is the distribution of activities across the national parks. And this is the top 10 cities with the most national parks. You could see Washington is at the highest. Next, I've also uh, visualized the word cloud for weather information. So I thought this might give a little bit of information how the weather is, but then it was just an experiment. You could see there are summer, fall, weather, low degree, but it was just an experiment that I was trying to see what word cloud do we have from the weather information. So that was it from my side. My task was to collect the data set in the Excel format, and I had to do data exploration from that.
Yeah. The second part of the lab is to explore or extract the data from the websites like online discussion forums or HTML. So my task is to web scrape the data from online discussion forums. So let me just share my screen. So like TripAdvisor is one of the popular website where we can see many discussions among the travelers and they seek advice, suggestions, etc. from this website. So this is the website we were referring to regarding the Yosemite National Park here. So here we can see the table. It is the topic and these are the questions posted or by the authors, and we can see the replies from here. Like for example, for this website Curry Village cancelled, here a user posted his question and we can see many replies for that, like almost we can see what around 10 replies to the question. So this is the question and we have like almost 1 to 10 replies. So the same thing here, we are performing web scraping through request and Beautiful Soup. Let me just run this and we can see the output. Yep. So as we can see the topic title, which is Curry Village cancelled. So we extracted successfully the title and the question. We can see the question here. We can see the question and the replies accordingly. We can see 10 replies. And by this web scraping, we can actually integrate the reviews and suggestions of the users who are asking the chatbot. So we can also advise these suggestions and reviews. So by web scraping from this popular discussion forums like TripAdvisor, it would be great as a chatbot can suggest these ideas or reviews from the people who have visited the same places. So Yeah. So in our travel chatbot, we give reviews from people who visited the same places. So this online forum discussion, the web scraping that we have used, extract the questions and replies from the travelers who visited the same place. And we have table of many entries I've shown before. And in our code, like as it is on a lower level, we just extracted the first entry. So these are the output and this is the code. My part is to extract from the web and this is it. So thank you. Hi. So the third topic that we had thought about was about hotel chatbot, which would give information about the all the hotels, the room bookings, the check-ins, and even the directions to the hotel. So instead of going to each hotel's portal to make a booking, our chatbot would give all informations about it. But instead of this was a third topic, but we considered the travel chatbot challenge to be a better one because it would get along people with similar interests and complete the challenges. So it is more interesting and it's fun. And we since we would use the Twitter API to get the trending topics, and our chatbot would create challenges. It is going in the real time. It's syncing with what's happening right now, and we would use Google API to get the directions here as well. So this was a much interesting topic, and therefore we choose travel challenge chatbot. So my task was to use a PDF and a Word document and take out information from it, the text information, using PDF Plumber and PySeract library, which I'm going to show you right now how I did it. Code for PDF to text conversion. Here I've used National Parks PDF. This is the PDF which has 2 pages. It's about the guidelines for tour and individual visitors to the national parks. So I'm going to extract all this text information from the PDF. Here, using this library, using this for loop, I'm going to iterate to each of the pages and extract it. And I've run the code. I'm going to run it again and show you. Yeah, here you can see that guidelines for tour and individual visitors to the national parks, and the contents of the PDF page 1 and page 2 is extracted out. The second task was from image to text conversion. So here I'm using lab to image 4, which I will show you. This is the image. Here, this checklist, arrival at the park, during the park, all this information will be extracted out from the image. So here we have used the library by Tesseract, and I've imported the image, and using that, I'm taking out the information from the image. Here you can see during the trip, and then checklist, and then arrival at the park after the trip. All this information is being extracted out. This is an additional task which we did, was to take out information from the image, which is present in a PDF. This is a PDF that we have used. So here, this is one image and this is a second image. So we will extract out the information like avoid crowded areas, pack in, out, and this information that National Park Services encourages, all that from the image. So here I've mentioned the page number to be a 0. We can mention, if we have many pages, we can have a for loop to iterate for each of the pages in the PDF. Since we have only one page, so I've mentioned it as 0. And then using this part of the code, we will extract out the image from the PDF. And here I have just saved the image that I've extracted out separately with temp image and page number, which is 0, and image index. So I've taken out 2 images. That is here. You can see temp image 0_0 and temp image, sorry, not this one. Yeah, temp image 0, which is the page number, and 1 is the second index. So after that, I've defined a function called as extract text from image, which will extract the text from the two images and print it out. So here I run the code. So this is page 1, image 1, as I said, avoid crowded areas. And this is page 1, image 2, which talks about the COVID-19 safety alert and all the whatever was mentioned in the image. So that is it about our project. We have covered all the points and all the three tasks which was required. I hope you like our project and our idea. Thank you.